Welcome everyone to this Age of Empires 4 video, and a very different type of video. Holy smokes, look at this guy's panning. So we've known for a long time that there's been map hackers, cheaters in Age of Empires 4, and this is a video about that. Look where this guy is even looking. We've got the camera toggled onto his view, QMSTX, playing in blue, and you could just see him actually methodically panning around the map to look where the sheep are. It just, can you imagine the luck you could have to just have your camera land on sheep like that? And we'll see. Just look at the evidence that we have. Obviously, you can never prove it 100%, but I mean, come on, that's pretty suspect if we do say so ourselves. Now, I'm going to leave it as the camera mode toggled on because it just makes it a little bit easier to spot and a lot less jumping around. We'll see the camera just panning over to things that are I mean, like here. What could possibly be there? Oh, well, what do you know? There's more sheep. And this is just chance, right? I'm pretty much watching this replay for the first time, and it's astounding. He's literally... Look at the minimap down in the bottom right. In fact, let's try and increase the size. He's literally panning around in the fog of war. I mean, what do you even say to that? I mean, so now he's looking over on the right. There's more sheep there, as you can see. Surprise, surprise. Back onto the fog of war. Oh, what do you know? There's another sheep there. Well, you know, I mean, what are the chances, I guess? So let's just keep having a look. And this is probably the best time and the easiest time to spot a cheater by looking at the scouting patterns of the sheep. He even goes to the sheep of his opponent, and I mean, if he gets that one, it's a bit bonkers, isn't it? It'd be pretty surprising to see how many sheep he actually ends up getting in the end. It's probably just sorting out his economy. Again, in the black fog of war. Going straight over to his opponent, seeing what he's doing. No doubt. I mean, there's no way. I mean, you can kind of guess where your opponent's going to be, more or less. But to be that pinpoint exact, I mean, come on. It's actually bonkers. He's going to get another sheep there. Well, what a surprise. Now... No, some of it is going to be about luck, obviously. Like, you can't deny there's going to be some luck involved, but when you pan over to the fog of war and you're literally panning over like things where you shouldn't really be looking, like, why would he be looking here? Okay, you might be having a kind of an argument to say, well, maybe he's just putting his scout there, maybe he's just waypointing his scout. But the number of times that the camera stopped and it stops at sheep is pretty crazy. Let's just see. He's just scanning the map again. I mean, he could be waypointing his scout. Could be. I'm not sure if we can even check that, actually, to be honest. I don't want to take it off the camera toggle because we want to see what he's seeing. Again, he's just constantly seeing his opponent's base. And then, I mean, look, he's actually checking it out. Like, there's no way you can see that. It's such a kind of crazy when you think about it. Yeah, so let me know what you think. I mean, we'll leave the camera rolling for a little bit longer to see where the scout ends up going next. It's going to bring the sheep home, mostly because it's going to be running out otherwise. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you guys have spotted anything suspicious about other players that you begin up against, probably the telltale sign is just not having any sheep to yourself, very minimal sheep. Let me know, I'll take a look at the recording and we can have a look at it, and it'd be interesting to see what you guys think about this particular recording. Does it prove that they're cheating? I mean, how definitive is it? How definitive can you get? Again, it's just panning here that, and again, it's just, you know, stopping at the 3 sheep there, I think. It's pretty surprising that he looks there and nowhere else. It looks at how many villagers are on gold. Okay, so he knows his opponent's going fast castle, most likely. Again, he's just constantly looking at the spot. There's no way he's sending a scout there, right? Like, at this point, he's looked at this position like 4 or 5 times. I really highly doubt he's going to move a scout there. In fact, he's going to move a scout here, of course. On the... you can't see my mouse cursor, but it's going to be... Yeah, it's going to move it here because there's 3 sheep there, right? That's where it's going next. Oh, well, look at the left of the map there. I would be very surprised if the scout doesn't go there next. But yeah, you can see a lot of panning and skirting around those sheep. We'll just get... Again, look, he's looking here again exactly where his opponent is. And he doesn't know his opponent... I mean, he knows his opponent's there because you can see the hill and the cliffs, but he's not scouted any of it. But he's just constantly looking at it. I mean, that has got to be a lot of evidence in and of itself. He knows his opponent's aging up now at the Ark and Chapel. I mean, he's definitely going to go for that sheep in the north now. He can almost guarantee it. He spots it. I mean, it's really overwhelming how clear it seems to be. I hope the devs do something about this sort of stuff. I don't know if they can or what kind of anti-cheat measures are there. But it's really unfair, obviously, when you play online multiplayer games. You just don't want this sort of thing happening. Again, he's panning in the middle. There's nothing there. Maybe that, to be fair, in that position, is maybe he's just moving a scout there. Now he's just sorting out his base at home. Let's take a little bit longer of a look. We might spot something else. Who knows? Especially, okay, he's looking at his opponent. Like, he's spending a lot of time looking at his opponent's base. Maybe he's just sending a spearman there, if you want to give him the benefit of doubt, but now he's looking around elsewhere on the map, where he just hasn't seen Fog of War. Yeah, I mean, this is this video, and this is this particular game. This is one game, so I'm going to show you another game of this player right after this, so let's take a look at that now. Alright, well, game number 2 now on Marshland, and it's up against the Mongols. Something really interesting about this one is because you can see the camera panning in at some points on the opponent, and obviously with the Mongols, with the nomadic start, there is no way you can even predict really exactly, pinpoint where your opponent's going to be, because it's not a standard spawn, right? Like, they can move their town center, so the fact that the camera stops at his opponent, like, pinpoint is absolutely crazy. He's got the first set of 3 sheep instantaneously, as you can expect, and you can move down here. Now, there's nothing wrong with this, like, you can see the sheep that's there anyway, but you'll also see, like, okay, so he's, okay, look at that. His camera is actually panned to the south. There's literally no reason for him to be panning there, looking there, because he's going to be scouting around his base, right? But guess what is behind the Fog of War? The opponent's scout is actually looking exactly where his opponent's scout is. It's absolutely absurd. And look where the camera is now. It's literally where his opponent's TC is going to be, and it's going to be dropped. I mean, okay, fine. You can never prove 100%, I guess. I don't know, maybe, but I mean, surely this is going to be 99% sure, right? I mean, he's kind of already looking at the next set of 3 sheep, where they're going to be. It was only for a very brief second. I didn't even get to pause it there, but you know, the camera is fixed on his position, so he's obviously fixing something back at home. You know, surprise, surprise, gets 2 more sheep, or 3 more sheep, in fact. And then let's go to the Fog of War again. Where is he going? Okay, so this is interesting. That's nothing to be too suspicious about. Like, he's just looking in the direction that his scout's going. But look what happens next. He's actually panning around as if, like, he's searching around the map. It's not like a natural waypointing, I don't think, anyway. Okay, like, why would you be looking here on the map? Oh, well, what do you know? It's his opponent's TC, right on top of it. I mean, I don't know how to be... I mean, surely, like, that's got to be confirming, right? Again, he's looking... The sheep... Oh, what do you know? He spots 2 more sheep. Oh, well, what do you know? Another 2. Okay, okay. Well, his scout's heading that direction anyway, so we can give him the benefit of doubt on that one. But again, he's looking at the exact same spot where his opponent is, really. Because if you're just kind of guessing where your opponent is, can you imagine guessing the exact same spot twice? Seems very suspect to me. I mean, we could probably look into the rest of the game as well and see how things are a little bit suspicious, but do we need to see any more? I mean, he's literally panning around. Okay, this is okay because he could be just panning around, but this is where he is going to stop the camera maybe. Let's take a look, because if he stops the camera here and then he moves back, stops the waypointing, it's very suspicious just to stop the waypointing there. Let's have a look. Okay, so panning around the corners, maybe. Maybe he's waypointing, to be fair. But look, he's going to get these 2 sheep. I mean, he stops here exactly where the sheep are. It's, you know, if he is cheating, he's clearly not looking to even bother hiding it. It's kind of crazy. So that's an interesting example for against the Mongols, where you can kind of be a bit suspect about where he's looking to. But, oh, come on. Come on. I mean, he's literally looking where his opponent's scout is. I think you can't really find a more obvious case than this. Oh, what do you know? He's looking at his opponent's base again. For like the 3rd, 4th time. Because there's, you know, obviously a reason to scout there, right? Or look there. For a prolonged period of time. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, do you think I'm reading way too much into this or not? If you think I'm reading way too much into this, well, wait till you see the next game. Let's go straight into that one. Alright, well, I guess Exhibit C. You know, there's plenty of more games on the profile that you can see for this player. We're not going to focus on all of them. Oh, well, what do you know? He's panning in the Fog of War again. Let's just see if they're on sheep. But, like, at the end of the day, I think the best thing to do when you think you're coming across players like this is to report it so that the devs can be aware of the suspicion and they can do whatever the tests they need to do or try and figure out how to, you know, actually find the people, how they're cheating and stuff, because it's very it's unfortunate that this kind of exists in Age of Empires. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you cannot be 100% sure, but I mean, I can only present the evidence, and I'm going to give you 3 games. So this is the 3rd of the of many, I suspect. QMSTX, that's the player name. You know, he's clearly not a diamond player. It looks like he's a diamond player, but if he's got idle TC time or idle villagers there, I mean, in this stage of the game, diamond players just don't do that. Like, that's not a thing. Oh, look, okay, the scout's heading that direction anyway, to be fair. So maybe that's a thing. But I think also it's not just the one game. The fact that I've shown 3, this is the 3rd. Oh, look, the camera's going down south. Again, you could make a case that, well, maybe that's a normal scouting pattern. Possibly. Quite possibly. But the fact is that his scout is going directly to all the sheep at all the times in multiple games. Oh, hang on a minute. He's looking right at his opponent's town centre. It's a bit unusual, isn't it? And he goes straight back. See, the thing is that's really weird is because he went straight there and then he went straight back. It's not a case that he was waypointing, because if you waypoint, you do it on like multiple stages. Let's get off the free camera. So for example, if you're here, you might want to waypoint to here, to here, to here, to here. You go around the map, right? He literally went from here, which is where his opponent's base is, and he went back to his scout. That's really suspicious. Let's go back into the top of the camera. Like, he's kind of, as well, the scouting like he's kind of panning around as well. It's really weird. But yeah. Oh, another sheep there. Surprise, surprise, I guess. Look, there's no way he sees that. But again, could be making a reason to say that's a scouting pattern. Oh, wait, he goes straight to his opponent's base again. For no real reason. And there's no way he would have known it's there. I mean, you can kind of guess from your opponent where their spawn might be, but... look, he's looking at the 2 sheep, specifically. I mean, I think at this point you're not convinced, then I don't think I can show you anything more to convince anyone. I'm not here to convince anyone anyway. I think the case is, it just needs to be flagged. And players like this, the games need to be monitored, or at least, I don't know, if there's a way to track how people cheat and see if that's happening, any irregularities. Because it does need to be stopped. It's kind of really quite silly that this kind of thing happens in this day and age. But, you know, the fact there's no anti-cheat against this or something, I don't know. They should be able to be caught. But look how many sheep he's got. It's just got so many. So, I mean, I think we can go on and on and on, and the video is probably quite long already anyway. But if you guys have noticed anything unusual when you've been playing, any suspicious kind of profiles, let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section below, or let me know via DMs. I'll have a look and maybe showcase some of it. But I think the big thing is to report it to the devs so they're aware about it. In any case, let me know if you enjoy this video. It's definitely different from what I usually do. And I hope you guys enjoy the casted content I've got on the channel. Take care, and see you next time.